The International Monetary System. What is money? A current medium of exchange in the form of coins and banknotes. Coins and banknotes collectively. Any good that is widely accepted in exchange of goods and services as well as a payment of debt. So money, ito yung one of the important sa ating lahat, of course, para makapamili ng mga ating mga kailangan. Yes, makabayad ng mga utang at makapag-ipon para sa kinabukasan. There are three functions of money. First, the medium of exchange. Medium of exchange is money used for buying and selling goods and services. 2. Unit of account. Common standard for measuring relative worth of goods and services. The last one is the store of value. Convenient to store wealth. So there are three examples. As you can see, the medium of exchange, there are two hands. The one is may hawak. And sabi rin kasi sa medium of exchange, it is used for buying and selling. So number 2, unit of account. So as you can see naman din sa picture, may menu kung saan may mga pagpipilian ng cake. And the last one is the store of value. May makikita kang jar na kung saan may mga pera doon sa jar na yon. And of course, kapag may pera kasi tayo, we need to manage kung para saan ba yung mga yon. So next, International Monetary System. International Monetary System are sets of internationally agreed rules, conventions, and supporting institutions that facilitate international trade course, border investment, and generally their allocation of capital between nation-states. International monetary systems refers to the system prevailing in world foreign exchange markets through which international trade and capital movement are financed and exchange rates are determined. So there are features that IMS should possess. IMS means International Monetary System. First, efficient and unrestricted flow of international trade and investment. Number 2, stability on foreign exchange aspects. Number 3, promoting balance of payments adjustments to prevent disruption associated. So we need to promote of course, yung balance. Further, maiwasan yung mga problema o issue kung saan nagkakaroon sa payment adjustments. Next, providing countries with sufficient liquidity to finance temporary balance of payment deficits. So, yes, of course, we need to liquidate. The example of this is kapag kunyari, nag-ano ka sa installment, and of course, you need to liquidate kung magkano at kung saan pumapasok yung mga binabayaran natin. So next, should at least try avoid adding further uncertainty. So kailangan din natin i-avoid yun para maiwasan o malesen man yung problema or yung hindi pagkakaintindihan siguro kapag once na nagkaroon na ng liquidation. Next, and the last one, allowing member countries to pursue independent monetary and fiscal policies. So these 6 are very important that should possess IMS. So there are requirements of good international monetary system. First is the adjustment. Adjustment, a good system must be able to adjust imbalances in balance of payments quickly and at a relatively lower cost. So of course, we need to balance para maayos at hindi magkagulo. Next, stability and the confidence. The system must be able to keep exchange rates relatively fixed and people must have confidence in the stability of the system. Of course, we must have the confidence so that the system will be organized and fix the exchange rate. Last is the liquidity. The system must be able to provide enough reserve assets for a nation to correct its balance of payments deficits without making the nation run into deflation or inflation. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na dapat kailangan din kasi talaga ng system para direct agad siya maayos at walang problema ang mangyari, lalo na pag may mga installment tayong binabayaran. Next, stages in international monetary system. First is the bimetallism before 1875. Classical gold standard 1875 to 1914. Interwar period 1915 to 1944. Bretton Woods system 1945 to 1972. The flexible exchange rate regime 1973 to present. Bimetallism, a monetary standard in which the value is defined as equivalent to quantities of gold and silver. As you can see, meron ditong yung pera. Makikita nyo yung pangalan ng United States of America. Siguro ito yung coins kung tatawagin. Next is the classical gold standard. Highly stable of exchange rates under the classical gold standard provided an environment that was conducive to international trade and investment. The outbreak of World War I suspended the operation of gold standard. Misalignment of exchange rates and international imbalances of payment were automatically corrected by the price specie flow mechanism. So, ano na lang to, ito yung mga naintindihan ko at pinaiksi ko na lang kasi sobrang haba nito. Next, interwar period. Exchange rates fluctuated as countries widely used predatory depreciations of their currencies as a means of gaining advantage in the world export market. Attempts were made to restore the gold standard, but participants lacked the political will to follow the rules of the game. Excuse. So yes, kailangan din ng mga follow the rules, of course. The result for international trade and investment was profoundly detrimental. The Bretton Woods system, a stable and fixed but adjustable exchange rates regime, allowed countries to fix their exchange rates by tying their currencies to the US dollar. The US dollar to be linked to gold per ounce at $35. Currencies to be kept within 1% of the fixed rate. Golden age of the US dollar. The system's stability required price stability in the US. As you can see sa right side, these are the examples of the Bretton Woods system. Floating exchange rate regimes. Definition: a country's currency is set by the foreign exchange market through supply and demand for that particular currency relative to other currencies. In a floating exchange rate system, the value of the currency is affected by everyday markets for supply and demand. Therefore, trade and capital flows play a big role in determining the currency's value. So, there are three types of this exchange rate. So before I can explain, as you can see, the floating exchange rates, soft exchange rates, and the hard exchange rates, and the merging currencies. These are yung mga pagkakaiba nila. So these are the types of exchange rates. Number 1 is float. Floating rates are the most common exchange rate regime today. So float, pwede rin siyang tawagin float or a dirty float. So in short, Floating exchange rate means that currencies change its relative value all the time. Example of this is $1 might buy 1 British pound today, but it might only buy 0.95 British pounds tomorrow. So as you can see, the value of this is floats. Next is the pegged float. Pegged floating currencies are pegged to some band or value, either fixed or periodically adjusted. So there are two pegged floats. These are the crawling bands and the crawling pegs. So as you can see the meaning. So pegged float or peg float. Um, in short term, when a nation sets a desired level and bands around that level for the exchange rate between its currency of another country or region. Example of this: many European countries prior to the euro belonged to the exchange rate mechanisms, or the what we call the ERM. Each nation in the ERM sets its exchange rate DM. DM means is the ski mark, but allowed their exchange rate with DM to fluctuate within established band. And the last one is the fixed. Fixed rates are those that have direct convertibility towards another currency. In case of a separate currency, also known as a currency board arrangement, the domestic currency is backed 1-to-1 by foreign reserves. So in short, when a nation absolutely fixes its exchange between its own currency and the currency of another country or region. Example of this is countries such as Hong Kong or Argentina that have a currency board that exchanges Hong Kong dollar for US dollar at a fixed rate. So that's all. I think you understand in your own and of course in my own. So thank you and thank you for watching. God bless.